Here is the opportunity to more effectively understand the world around you and create new views of the functioning segments of our modern environment: people, places, events. This is Insight.
Hi, this is your host, Russ Christensen, for Insight. Today I'm holding a piece of orange paper in front of me, and this orange paper is only a very small indication of my guest. Should we say he is different, unusual, provocative, thrilling, dynamic, whatever else?
Modest.
Modest. Oh, above all, Pete Wagner is modest. And Pete Wagner is going to put out a little magazine called Minne HA. Now there's a real good one for you, Minne HA. You look at that, ain't cute? What's all this Minne HA bit?
Minne
HA?
Minne HA.
Joke, you know, Minne HA. I got it by the shiny water and all that jazz.
It's
Well,
the
talk
Twin,
to me.
the
Talk
Twin
to me in
Cities,
silly talk.
the Twin Cities sorely needed humor magazine. And
The rest of our humor, they're just magazines.
right.
Okay.
And we are coming out quarterly now. This is a magazine that I've done since 1978.
Yeah, I know. I've got a few copies.
I think you have the original collector's issue of
Right.
the Scandinavian comics issue.
Right.
That tells about how Minneapolis came to be.
And I have a great big poster of yours, too.
Yeah.
You know, a big one.
Oh, the
that
Che
you-
Guevara one?
You got that one. And then I got that other one that you did about, was it the Gopherland or something you
Oh,
did?
yeah.
The Gopherland one?
Oh, that was a map. That was a
Map, yeah.
poster. That was
But
done
it's
separately.
signed by,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
by the original Pete Wagner, and someday it will be worth a lot of money?
Sure.
Okay.
At least $2.
What I paid for it. No, no, tell me about Minne HA.
Well, Minne HA, we did the first issue in 1978. I did it on my own. I had just been fired by TV Guide magazine, where I had been an editor of the Iowa editions.
The Iowa edition.
The Iowa edition, they had a lot of religious shows, you know. 700 Club and all those. And I kind of accidentally and kind of on purpose listed Oral Roberts as Anal Roberts. And they didn't like that too much, so.
Peter. I guess they didn't like that. That's understatement of the year.
But anyway, so I took my savings that I had built up through working there for that long 4 months, the longest 4 months of my life. And
am I to gather you felt a little hypocritical there? Is that what you're telling me in polite terms?
You got to make a living, but anyway. So I finally
Okay.
thought, well, I better get a respectable job. So I put out Minne HA. Then we did another. It was something that I did just in volumes here and there, in sporadic volumes. And we did a volume. I had organized the street theater gang called the 1985 Brain Trust in the early 80s. And the idea was that everybody thinks the world's going to end by 1984, but we're optimists. We think we're going to go at least till 1985. So that was the point of the name of the group. And our motto was, we have no members, only leaders.
I like that.
You were a leader.
I were a leader. I were a leader. Yep.
That's right.
Yep, I was a leader.
So we put out a magazine that had no writers, only editors. So it was Minne HA. We did 6 issues, and that was a great volume.
Yeah.
That's a collector's volume that you can still find at comic trading conventions and things. They sell them for, $5 or $10 a copy, depending on which issue it was. Our first issue was the lighter side of total global nuclear devastation, the end of the world issue, and that went along with the Brain Trust, theme. And we had a lot of fun. We said on the cover, "Last issue, subscribe today."
There will be no tomorrow. There'll be no tomorrow. So subscribe today, so you can inherit it to your children, right? And they will pick it up and say, "Look what Dad or Mom or Uncle or somebody was reading."
Right.
Oh, at least I'll be good on history as being famous. Go ahead.
So anyway, we did that, and then I started working at City Pages in 1982 as the political cartoonist, which I still do. If you pick it up every week, I've just picked up
yeah.
this week's issue, and you open the
let's
first
see the
page.
cartoon. I want to see the cartoon.
And
you always do a good
if you
job.
get a magnifying glass, you can see my cartoon down here.
I don't know if we can get the camera in on that. Or can we, is that pretty small?
Kind of small. You want to
Kind
try?
of small to get. Can we get in on that or not?
This is a very serious cartoon. It's something.
I noticed that you're being very serious.
Yeah.
You're being a little
Political.
Hold it up now
Here it is.
so they can see
Okay,
it.
here you are.
Yeah. Oh my! Look at that. Hey, that's not bad.
Okay. Yeah.
And the monitor's picking that up pretty well.
But this is a political cartoon, and political cartoons are not always funny. And this one is the clean war, and that whole idea of a clean war, and it shows a side of the issue that you don't hear much about, and that's what we try to do in City Pages. It's an alternative newspaper, and it shows the U.S. government with a little whisk broom sweeping all these bodies of Iraqi civilians under the flag, which is being held up by the hand of U.S. media.
I understand.
So this is kind of a traditional, hard-hitting, serious kind of political cartoon. Most of them aren't that serious. But
I still think the cartoon of about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago was a real classic. About the Vietnam War, and then said to be continued.
Yeah, that was in January, actually.
That was in January. I think
Yeah.
that's probably one of the best things you've done in a long time.
Yeah, thanks. I've
We
got
really had guts in that one.
A lot of good feedback on that one. Showed the wall, long view of the Vietnam Memorial Wall,
Right.
and then a little blow up down at the lower right corner of it that said "To be continued." And
that was a goodie, Pete.
yeah,
that
a
was
lot
a
of
goodie,
people
baby.
like
You did a good job on it. Well, would you care to explain to the audience this rather unusual
Garb? Garbage?
Garb? No, I didn't say that. Unusual clothing display. How's that?
Well,
That'd be nice.
I don't know. I don't think it looks too bad. You got brown on brown, and you've got a subtle
Mr.
beige shirt.
Conservative, by golly, you know that. Power suit, baby, power suit. Why?
What do you want me to say about your clothes?
How nice and conservative underneath these heart of a radical, baby.
I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
I don't know either. Yeah, that. Well, tell me more about me.
How do you like the jacket, by the way?
Oh, hey, look at that, will you? Boy, where did you get this? Where did you
The
get
jacket?
it?
Oh, I was bamboozled out of a huge amount of money down at a little specialty shop downtown Minneapolis about 2 years ago.
I see.
Cost
May I say, it does get one's attention.
many dollars,
Many dollars. Oh, Pete.
unfortunately, yeah.
Money and soon parted and all that bit.
So anyway, I
Okay.
worked for City Pages, and I'm still doing political cartoons for City Pages. But during that's been 8 years now, 8.5 years since I started there.
That long?
Yeah, and during that
boy.
time, I was also very busy with other things, so I didn't do much with the magazine. But now we're back going strong. I've got lots of contacts all over the country who are just some really great talent, some good writers and artists and cartoonists, and also some people here in the cities. I'm trying to find more people in the cities and putting the word out, but it's been slow. I don't know what the problem is, but I know we have a lot of cartoonists around, but I haven't gotten much from them. They don't seem to be, going for it. But we do have some great political cartoonists who are friends of mine, who are fellow members of the American Association of Editorial Cartoonists, and they are sending me some work that will really make
Minne
it.
HA basically a comic type?
Well, I call it an illiterary magazine.
I like that.
Because it's mostly
the pictures.
Well, it's mostly original writing and cartoons by cartoonists and writers from around the country who do submit things to literary magazines. Very little of it is stuff that you would see elsewhere. It's not widely syndicated. There are a few in here who have a little bit of syndication. But one of the main things we're doing is we're doing reviews of books.
I'll just hold this so the camera can come in on that.
Lots of reviews of, let's see, here we go, of comic books and cartoon books and humor books.
I see.
And we use some of the, some examples of the cartoons that they run. I've got, let's see, here's a really great one here of a guy who has fallen down a set of stairs and there's a skateboard laying there, and he's looking up at the guy in the doorway and saying, "Hey, no problem." And the caption is "Life without lawyers."
Yeah, oh boy. Anytime you dig a lawyer, you always get a laugh.
Yeah, I just,
Those lawyers aren't. Do you know, I was reading an article the other day that 70% of all the lawyers in the world are in the United States?
I believe that.
God, I couldn't believe that. I'm not doubting it. I just was baffled by this.